What's going on, guys? It's UrAvgConsumer, and it has been a while since we've been back in my kitchen. This is not gonna be a tour of any sort, but we did add some new tech in here that really ups the game and changes the way we use some common things that you find in the kitchen. Now, you guys know I do smart home stuff all the time on the channel, but if you're interested in like a course where I teach you guys how to get your own smart home started, some nice cool tips and tricks and everything you really need to know, I'll have a survey down below with a couple of questions for you guys. I really want to make this tailored to what you guys want, so do me the solid, check it out and let me know what you guys want to see in learning how to build your own smart home. Now, I really do appreciate you guys helping out with the survey, so I'm going to be giving away a brand new Google Home Hub to one of you guys who fills it out, so you can maybe get a kickstart on building up your own smart home. But as for what I've got going on in my kitchen, let me show you guys. So first thing we're going to talk about is the faucet, right? So what we've got over here is the Kohler Graze connected faucet. So you're probably wondering, Judd, how you gonna make a faucet smart, right? Well, check it out. First things first, they added a sensor. So when you go up to the faucet and you wanna use it, just wave your hand. It's got a motion sensor to turn it on and off. This has completely changed the way I want to use a faucet. You don't have to use your hands. You don't have to touch anything if your hands are dirty, or if you know your hands are occupied with stuff, you can just, and then you get to using it. Really, really cool. This faucet also has like a nozzle that can come out. Standard, like decent quality faucet stuff, but the sensor is what's really cool. Now, of course, it doesn't just stop there. You can use a voice assistant, so you can say, hey Google, turn on the faucet.
Turning on the smart faucet.
And you can actually tell the faucet how much you want it to pour, and then it'll pour the exact amount. So if I want to make some coffee, I can grab my kettle, hit start, and I'm gonna get exactly 24 ounces of water. So clearly a lot of features in here that you just wouldn't expect. Now, we did touch on coffee, which brings us to our sponsor for today's video, Cometeer. Now, for those of you who don't know Cometeer, they're a barista quality brew made with science, and they're flash frozen in the world's first 100% curbside recyclable aluminum capsule. Now, you might be hearing flash frozen, wondering what exactly does that mean, Judd? Well, Cometeer works with the best regional specialty coffee roasters, and then they perfectly grind and brew the coffee and then immediately freeze it to lock in all of the flavors. And when you're ready to drink a cup of coffee, all you gotta do is, of course, get some hot water, throw your coffee in, and your coffee's pretty much good to go. It happens in seconds, you guys. It's kind of insane. And with that frozen puck of coffee, you can actually do a couple of things. You can obviously make the coffee that you want, or you can make something like an iced latte, throw it in some milk, stir it up, and boom, you're good to go. Now, I'm a pretty tech-forward person, and I like things like this that make everyday stuff just like super convenient and fast, if you can't tell. So this thing to me, I think is awesome. So if you're looking for great tasting coffee that's really easy to make, you guys definitely got to check out Cometeer. I'll of course have them linked down below in the description. And for a limited time, Cometeer has a special offer for fans of the channel. You can get $20 off your first purchase plus free shipping when you click my link, and that's 10 free cups of coffee and over 30% off. So you guys go ahead, check them out. We actually got this like electric kettle from them, which is so nice to have in the kitchen here, you guys. Check it out. You can actually turn it on and then you can set the exact temperature. I know certain teas need a very specific temperature. You can actually set it here, have it hold that temperature. This is the best looking kettle that we've added to the kitchen. But now we have one that has the functionality and like the look. But all right, let's move on to some of the other cool tech that we've got in here. Like this bad boy. So guys, this right here is the June oven. And let me tell you, this thing basically replaces a lot of different stuff. So if you remember in the previous videos that we did in the kitchen, used to have some toasters over here. This is where the toaster would be. And you guessed it, this giant thing is also a toaster. It's an air fryer. It can roast, bake, reheat. It does a lot of things. Keep your food warm. This thing is pretty amazing. Now, it's expensive. Ari picked this up. It's really expensive, but it has been one of those things that it replaces so many different things in the kitchen that it is well worth the price. Now, of course, it has like this screen built in right here. For me, it's been pretty responsive. You can actually go in and figure out exactly what you want to cook. So let's say you just want to do some toast, right? You got your breads, English muffins. It's got like a long list of, like it even has hot dog buns. Like what is this Trader Joe's thing? Like, and it got Whole Foods. What do you, like, I've never even looked into, oh, you can see the foods that they have over there.
That's so cool. That is cool.
That is super dope. Man, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, this is for hipsters, man. But I will say, this thing has been awesome. So you pick the food that you want and it'll automatically optimize the oven to cook it in the best way. What's even crazier though, you guys, is it can do that whole tell you the best way to cook it, set it up, right? But if you just put in some food, there's a built-in camera that automatically detects what that food is, and you pretty much just press cook and you're good to go. It'll cook it in the best way possible. So it identifies it and it gives you the best settings to cook it.
You don't have a toothbrush. You don't have cassette.
Nah, Jay, you throw some toast in here, I'll just show you.
Okay.
So I've seen it do toast, and I just learned it can do hot dog buns. So we're gonna try a hot dog bun, right? Come on, you guys.
Oh.
You just select it, continue, start toasting.
That's cool. That's technology.
Listen, man, this is nuts. This thing is absolutely nuts. Now, what's even cooler is I told you guys it has a camera built into it so that it can identify what's in there. But let's say you walk away, you want to check in on what's going on in there. You can actually go into the app. You can see how long you've got left, but you can get a live view. So if you want, like, is it getting toasted the right way? It's absolutely insane. Who's gonna eat this hot dog bun?
Not me.
This is probably like as tech forward as you can be in the kitchen. Takes a long time to toast though, I'm not gonna lie. That's my complaint. It takes a little long. All right, it's actually finished. We gotta check on this. So we're finished. Whew. Oh, this is perfectly, oh, it's so perfect. Wow, okay. Perfection takes time, I guess. This is really good, like look at it, this is good. I'm gonna go make a hot dog real quick. And while we're on the topic of like cooking, Ari's been actually doing a lot more recently. You guys would be proud of her. But we've got something else that's been really useful, and that's this Yummly smart thermometer. So you guys know about like kitchen thermometers. You put it in the meat, throw it in your oven, then you're like always constantly checking it to see if your food is the right temperature that you want it to be. This thing right here takes away the need for all of that. And like a cooking thermometer, you throw this guy inside of the meat that you're cooking, and then of course it'll keep track of the temperature, but there's no reader or anything. It's smart, so of course there's an app. With the app, it's actually really cool. You can see the exact temperature of the meat. You can keep track of it while you're using the app. And what's really cool is that once you go in the app and you tell it what you're cooking, it'll be able to detect exactly how long it needs to be in the oven to get cooked the way you want it to be. There's no put it in there for 5 hours or 4 hours, check on it. You throw this guy inside and it'll let you know exactly how long you need to be in there. It stays connected to this, so while it's inside of the meat, this thing will be giving you your readings. So it's really cool, and it's also rechargeable. You can just kind of throw it in here. And it's smart, but like it can withstand being in those crazy temperatures. The tech in here won't just get messed up. There's just a lot of really cool tech out there for kitchens that you wouldn't expect. Now, something that we've all kind of heard of before are like electronic food scales. So we've got one here. This is from a Tech City. Name's not important. What's important is the tech here. So this is a food scale, as you'd expect. You can turn it on, but when you do turn it on, you'll notice there's a giant screen. And that giant screen gives you a ton of information. And as you'd expect, it has an app too. Basically, the way I would use it is you've got your scale here, right? And then I basically tell the scale what I'm weighing. And I don't know if you guys can see it here, but all the nutrition facts show up right here on the screen. So I got a few strawberries over here. So look, just some standard strawberries, right? So it's connected, it's talking to the scale. I put a strawberry down and I'll get real-time updates, not only on the weight, but the calories, potassium, sugar, all of that gets filled in. I wish I had this in college. Back in college, I used to count my calories like a madman. Something like this would have been super clutch if I want to know exactly what's going into my body. Now, what's cool about this is that it's super cheap on Amazon. I think you can get it for like 30 bucks or so. For all the functionality that it has, I feel like that's not a lot of money. I feel like that's a reasonable amount. So if you're somebody who really needs to keep track of, like, more importantly, like sugars, you'll know exactly how much you're consuming during the day. This was a very recent find for me, and I'm so happy I picked it up. This is something that's gonna be used for me on the daily. And those are like the main things that I wanted to talk about. I got this thing too recently. It's a magnetic can opener and it's all automatic. Check this out. So you can throw this right here on top of any old can, right? So check it out, Carl.
It looks close, bro.
Oh!
Alright, that's cool, that's cool.
Right? And guys, it does like this really clean cut. You don't have to worry about getting your fingers cut when you're messing with the can that you opened. It's nice. Cheap little gadget I found on Amazon, but it's clearly worth it. So that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got some insight into some of like the cool things that we added here. At some point we'll do an updated like whole house tour showing off everything that we've changed in the kitchen, because we've changed a few more things. But till that video, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, be the cool guy or girl that gives this video a thumbs up. And if you want that smart home content to be tailored to things that you feel like you need, the survey, guys, definitely do me the solid. Check that out. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace. Now we gotta cook beans too.
He's throwing it out, y'all.
No, I'm cooking it.